Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. Children, as you all are aware that we were doing a third chapter, playing with numbers, and in that row children we have finished with two questions of exercise 3.2 that is related to prime and composite numbers. Yesterday we understood thoroughly the concept of prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those numbers which have only two factors, one and the number itself. Now what are composite numbers? Composite numbers are those numbers which have more than two factors. Now here children we are going through the concept of prime and composite number as well as odd and even number. Now what are even number? Even numbers are those which are divisible by 2. And what are odd numbers? Odd numbers are the numbers which are not divisible by 2. Now children, after that we have done this sieve method for finding all the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Now sieve method, what is that sieve method is? If you will go through in your book, you will find it out 1 to 100, and this method we have already done in the previous class for finding prime numbers. Here the name is only new. What is the name of this method? That is there. Rest everything is same. So what you have to do it from 1 to 100, you have to write it down, and then if that numbers comes in the table of anyone, then on that you will put a cross. Otherwise you will encircle it. So that you will start it with 1 and you have to continue till 100. So that is Sieve's method to find it out prime numbers from 1 to 100. Now children, we'll start exercise which we have already started, that is 3.2, and two questions we have done yesterday. In yesterday's class we have done with two questions. So today I am going to start with question number 3. Now why I was talking about that Sieve's method? If we will go through that Sieve's method, you can do it as an activity also, and this I am going to give you as an activity. Since what about activity is, if you will write numbers 1 to 100, you can find it out yourself that which are prime numbers and which are composite number. Many of time it is asked that write down prime numbers between 1 to 50. So this activity will help you to understand, help you to remember also what are the different prime numbers lies between 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 30 and so on. You just go through this method, you do this method. I hope you all will enjoy this activity, and this activity I am going to give you as a homework in Microsoft Teams. Okay, now we'll come to question number 3. What is question number 3? The numbers 13 and 31. Question number 3 is the numbers 13 and 31 are prime numbers. Yes, they are. Both these numbers have same digit. 13 and 31 both are prime numbers, and both of these numbers have same digit 1 and 3. Find such pairs of prime numbers up to 100. Find such pairs of prime numbers up to 100. Now that Sieve's activity will help you to find it out these prime numbers quite easily. Now what is given here in the question? 13 and 31 both are prime numbers, since both the numbers have same digit. Now you have to find it out prime numbers, those who have the same digit and both of them lies between 1 to 100. So let's write what will be the solution of this. One pair which is given already in the question, that is 13 and 31. that you don't require to write down again. So what will be our solution one? First pair is 17 and 71. This is your first pair. Fine. Or you can write that such pairs of prime number up to 100 are, you can write this line, such pairs of prime number up to 100 are, prime number up to 100 are, up to 100 are. Now you are supposed to write down pair of those numbers. So I'll write first 17 and 71. One more pair we can write, one more. Then start with, after 17 you just start it. That after 17 we have 19, 91, which is not a prime number. So the next one is 37 and 73, comma. One more is there. That is, which one is that? That is 79 and 97. 79 and 97. So only these three pair of numbers are there up to 100, which are formed. Both of the numbers are prime numbers and they formed with the same digit. So only these three pair of numbers will be there up to 100. That is 17 and 71. 37 and 73 both are prime numbers and forming with 3 and 7 only. 79 and 97 both are prime numbers forming with 7 and 9 only. So that is your question only. Question 3 is asking that 13 and 31 both are prime numbers, in which 1 and 3 only common numbers are there. So you have to find it out, such kind of a pair from up to 100 which have same numbers. 17 and 71 both are having 1 and 7. 37 and 73 both are having 3 and 7. 79 and 97 both are having 7 and 9. So this we have done question number 3. Now let's come to question number 4. Now question number 4 is, write down separately the prime and composite numbers less than 20. Question number 4 is, you have to write prime and composite numbers, number separately up to 20. Up to 20 means till 20 how many numbers come in prime number, that you have to write down here, and then composite numbers you have to write down here. So what are the prime numbers? Now 1 we have done yesterday. 1 is neither prime nor composite. So 1 we will not write anywhere, not in prime, not in composite number. We'll start with 2. Now 2 is a prime number. What I have told you yesterday, that 2 is the smallest even prime number. After 2 then we have 3. 3 is again a prime number. Then we have 4. 4 is the smallest composite number. So I'll take that number and then I'll write it on that specific places. Now 5 again is a prime number. Then 6 composite number. 7 prime number. 8 composite. Then 9 is also composite. 10 is also composite. Now 11 is a prime number. 12 is a composite number. 13 is a prime number. 14 is composite. 15, 16, then 17 is a prime number. Then 18, then 19 is a prime number. Now up to 20, it is written in the question up to 20, or less than, that is written less than 20. So here we are not going to write 20. Up to 18 only we are going to write it. So these are the prime number 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19 up to 20. Less than 20. And 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 and 18. These all are composite numbers. Now we'll come to next question number 5. Question number 5 says, what is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10? Now here the answer of this question number 5 is here only. The greatest prime number which is less than 10, that is 7. Since after 7 you will be getting 11 which is more than 10. Fine. So what is the question number 5? Question number 5 is, what is the greatest prime number less than 10? So the greatest prime number, question number 5 answer is 7. 7 is the greatest prime number. 7 is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. 7 is the, in this way only you are going to write the solution in your copy. 7 is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. 7 is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. Now we'll come to next question, that is question number 6. 4 and 5 we have done. Now we'll come to question number 6. Since your classes, online classes are not working, so what you are supposed to do it, children, you will watch these videos and complete your work in your notebooks. Fine. And meanwhile we are going to give you some activity and some worksheet also for the next 10 days. And that also you are supposed to complete it. There is nothing to do worry about how we will do that work. Videos are more than sufficient to finish your work, to understand any concept. Since in the videos we were repeating each and every question many times, each and every concept along with the question. Now we'll start with question number 6. Express the following as the sum of two odd primes. Now, as I told you yesterday, except 2 rest other prime numbers are odd primes. You will not find it out any even prime number except 2. Now here question number 6 says that express the following. Express the following as a sum of two odd primes. So now you have to represent the given number by sum of two odd prime numbers. You have to represent the given number. Like 44, you have been given with first is A is 44. This 44 you have to represent as a sum of two odd primes. Odd primes means odd prime numbers, you have to write it. Now how can we represent 44 as sum of two odd primes? Now you must be knowing that all the prime numbers up to 20 I have written. So how can we represent this with the sum of two odd prime numbers? I can take it here. 17, 19 is also a prime number. So what will be added in 19 to get this? Is it possible? 19 plus 5. So that we have to think about, that which two odd prime numbers we are going to add to get this 44. So let's see. If I'll take this 23. 23 is a prime number, odd prime number. If I'll add in this 23, what I'm going to add to make it 44? What I can add here? Is it possible to make it? If I subtract this 23, 44 minus 23 will be getting 21. No, it is not possible. So I have to search behind another prime number. Which prime number can be added to form 44? That we have to search about. Fine. Now, first of all, you must be knowing that which all are the prime numbers, which is forming this sum. It is very necessary to look at that question and then you will find it out the solution. Now, what will be added to get this? So we have 31. Fine. If I take it 13 plus 31. So the sum of this 13 and 31, that will be forming 44. Yes. And both of these are odd primes. Both of these are odd primes. So in this way only you have to do it in your copy. Here you will write this 44 with black pen and then the solution with the blue pen. Now the B part is 36. How we can write it 36 also? Think about it. How 36 can be written as a sum of two odd primes. Sum of two odd primes. How we can form this 36? Think about it. 36 can be formed. If I take it, which number we are going to take it to make it? Now 7 plus 29 we can take it. 7 plus 29. So the sum will be 36. It is not necessary that it is only one solution is there. You can write any other also. If you will find it out that we are adding 17 plus something other number in that and then also the addition is 36, then that also you can write it. It is not necessary that this is the only solution of this question. You can write any one. Now we'll come to C part. C part is 24. 24, how we can form 24? 24, how we can form as a sum of two odd prime numbers. We can add 11 and 13. 11 plus 13. Now sum of 11 and 13 is 24 and both are odd primes. Now D part I will not do it. D part is 18. That you are going to do it yourself. 18 you are going to do it yourself. How to find it? Sum of two odd prime numbers which will give you 18 as an answer. Now let's come to next question. This is your question number 6 which we have done right now. Come to question number 7. Question number 7 is give 3 pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. Now this we have done in previous class also. If we have a difference of 2 in 2 prime numbers, then those two numbers are known as twin prime numbers or twin primes. Now in the previous class we have done the definition of twin primes also. Twin primes are those two prime numbers whose difference is 2. Twin primes are those two prime numbers whose difference is 2. Now what you have to do it in this question? In this question number 7, you have to write 2 pairs of 2 prime numbers. 2 pairs of question number 7. 2 pairs you have to write. Find whose difference is 2. So many are there. We can write 3 and 5. Then 5 and 7. Then we can write 11 and 13. So it is not necessary that you are also going to write this only. It is not necessary you can write any other also. You can write 17 and 19 also. Those two are also forming a pair of two twin primes. Twin primes are those prime numbers, are those two prime numbers which has a difference of 2. Now come to question number 8. Which of the following numbers are prime numbers? Question number 8 is which of the following numbers are prime numbers. Already we have done prime numbers, definition of prime numbers, and then we have done how to find it out. If that given number is divisible by any other number, or that number has more than 2 factors, then that number is a prime number. So what you are going to do it here, C and 37, then D is 26. So what you are going to do it here, which of the following numbers are prime numbers? So in front of that number we will write yes, it is a prime number, then no, it is not a prime number. Yes and no. Yes, it is prime number. No, it is not a prime number. You have to write it for each question. Yes, it is prime number. No, it is not a prime number. Now, question number 9. Question number 9 is write. I'll erase it and then I'll start with question number 9. In question number 8, nothing is there. You have to write only yes and no. For that, for prime number, yes, it is a prime number. No, it is not a prime number. Now come to question number 9. Write 7 consecutive composite numbers less than 100 so that there is no prime number between them. You have to write 7 consecutive. Consecutive means one after the other. Consecutive means one after the other. That no other number comes in between. No other prime numbers comes in between. Fine. Consecutive. What does the literal meaning of consecutive means? One after the other. And you have to write a continuous consecutive 7 composite numbers. Continuous means consecutive, continuous composite numbers, 7 composite numbers, so that in between you will not be having any prime numbers. So if you will do that activity, you will find it out that from 90 to 96, from 97 consecutive 7 consecutive composite numbers are numbers are 90, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95 and 96. And from 1 to 100 you will be having only this set of 7 consecutive composite number. Nowhere you are going to get 7 composite numbers together except this. So this is the only answer for this question number 9. That the 7 consecutive composite numbers are 91, 92, 93, 90. Basically it starts with 90, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95 and 96. Again 97 is a prime number. So 7 consecutive composite numbers are 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95 and 96. So children, what you are supposed to do it, you go through this exercise, understand this exercise by watching the videos and complete both the exercise 3.1 and 3.2. Since our online class, we had started with the factors and multiples only, so that you will complete it. Now we'll come to Question number 10. Express each of the following numbers as the sum of three odd primes. Now you have been given with numbers and you have to represent the sum of that number as the sum of three odd primes. Question number 10. Express each of the following numbers as the sum of three odd primes. Sum of three odd primes. So let's take it first one. First one is 21. So 21 we can write it in many ways. We can write the solution of this in many ways. How? See, we can add it 3 plus 7 plus 11 and all these three are odd primes. 3 is also odd prime, 7 is also odd prime, 11 is also odd prime. And sum of these three odd prime is 21. Now let's come to B part, that is 31. How we can write 31? How we can write 31? Now again we have to think about, like if I'll add 11 plus 7, the sum will be 18. 18 plus 13, it means that will be 31. So we'll write it 7 plus 11 plus 13. Again all these three are odd numbers and odd prime numbers. Odd prime numbers, that only you have to write it. Odd prime numbers. Now you have been given with C part, that is 53, and D part 61. That you are going to do it yourself. Now we'll come to 11. Write 5 pairs of prime number less than 20 whose sum is divisible by 5. Now you have to write 5 pairs of prime number less than 20 whose sum is, now it is not asked that you are going to write that sum of only odd primes. You can write even primes also. So that is question number 11. You have to write sum of 5 pairs of 5 pairs of prime numbers whose sum is divisible by 5. Whose sum is divisible by 5. Is divisible by 5. That is, first is 3 and 7. That 3 and 7. 7 plus 3, that is 10. 10 is divisible by 5. Now next what we can do it, that is less than 20 you have to take it. So we are not going to take 20. Fine. Now next we can take it, we have to find it either 3 and 2. Next pair can be 2 and 3. That will be 5. That will be 5. Fine. Next pair can be 2 and 13. 13 plus 2, that will be 15. So 3 I have written here. 3 I have written here. 3 and 7. 2 and 3. 2 and 13. And 2 more. 5 pairs you have to write it out. So 5. Next 2 you are going to find it out. Now children, question number 12, fill in the blank. That is based on all the concept which we have done. So that is your homework, that you are going to do it yourself. Question number 12. And with this we have finished with exercise 3.2. Now tomorrow we will start with the next concept. This exercise 3.2 you are going to complete it. 3.1 as well as 3.2. Both you will complete it. So today I am going to finish the class here, and tomorrow we will start with the new concept of this chapter. So that's all for today, children. Have a good day.